I just recorded like 7 minutes of this video and didn't even press the record button. Amateur hour. Good morning, everybody. I really like Touch the Sky, probably my favorite solo heist. As a result, I've been routing it for a few weeks at this point. I just kind of started up and run it occasionally just because I really like it. And I think I've got a perfect route for it that finishes the heist in about 12 minutes. Now, just for a little backstory on why I made this video, since the heists require hundreds of completions to get challenges done in this game, which is as of update 2 right now, it's nice to have a consistent guide to do a heist solo in stealth, especially because it's not easy to find a crew these days. So this is an easy, consistent, soloable guide for Touch the Sky that also works as a Spec Ops guide. Now, before we get started, let's talk about equipment and skills. The most important thing to do is not take the unbreaking throwing knives. You want your knives to break so you can distract guards. Alongside that, you want to make sure you take the ability to hack 2 cameras at once. It's going to be very helpful. While learning this route, I recommend bringing motion sensors and throwing them down in a few spots. That way you can help learn the guard paths. I also bring an ammo bag so I have extra knives to throw. A little background on the heist itself. This route does the objective out of order, and it's for a very good reason. We don't want to waste time waiting for this guy to get over to the bathroom after we poison him, so that's the first thing we're going to do. He waits in the bathroom forever, so we can go grab him at our leisure. Therefore, we want to do that first. This means the priority is getting the QR code, then the key card, then hitting the button in his office. Then we can do the rest of the heist however we want. Alright, let's get straight into the run. Step 1 is what I like to call frick it we ball, because what you're going to do is you're going to run upstairs to these vents right here, and you're going to go down, left, and through this vent right here. Now the goal of this is to gather some information when we start the runoff. You're looking for one thing right now. Is the lead guard standing right here? If yes, you've got a lot of time to kill, so we're going to do a few things. You're going to run over to this bathroom right here and check for some poison. If there's no poison, move on to right here. And you're going to glance down this hallway very carefully without being spotted by the 2 roommates standing right here. If you see a blue keycard scan right here, that means the red keycard is upstairs and you don't need to go all the way down this hallway. Now that we've gathered all of that information, let's go ahead and head over to the lead guard and grab his QR code. I recommend hacking this camera right here to make it a lot easier. A good time to start the QR scan is right here if you're very careful, and then you can stand against this wall and just get it the whole time while the hacked camera doesn't look at you. Very important part here, admire the view. It's very important to every run. Let's go back in time a little bit. Let's say the lead guard isn't standing right here. That means you gotta ball even harder. Continue balling to this location as fast as you can. Usually there's not a guard in the way, but sometimes you'll get caught, it happens. The lead guard will always be standing right here if he's not present upstairs, so you need to get to this spot as fast as possible and start the QR scan immediately. Watch out for this spot right here because there is another guard that can be standing behind you, and the lead guard will occasionally turn around, so be careful and be ready to move. If he's smoking a cigarette, perfect. You want to wait until he throws that cigarette on the ground, hack him for a little bit of additional time, and then you're good to go. You should get the QR code by then. If he's not holding a cigarette, it's a little risky, he'll probably start moving early, but you can move alongside him. There's a camera up here that you can try to hack while you're moving, but if you're careful, usually you can get the QR code. This is like the worst case scenario, and it rarely happens. Alright, let's move on to step 2. You have the QR code out of objective order. Great job! I'm very proud of you! We put that part at the beginning because it's the biggest point of failure. The rest should be pretty easy once you memorize how to path around the house. Our current goal now is to try to find the poison and the red QR code room. We already know it's not downstairs, or we do already know it's downstairs, so we know where it's at regardless. If it's downstairs, great, you know where it's at, it's over by the roommates. If it's not downstairs, there's only one other location I'll show you later. What we mainly want to do now is check the storage room next to the roommates for poison. This can be very dangerous if the lead guard has walked over in the general area. There's 3 total guards that walk this area, so you do need to be very careful getting over there. If the lead guard is gone, watch for 1 guard that can walk down the hallway and 1 guard that can walk to the door outside where you're already at. I found it very helpful to hack this camera as well. You can also reach it by clicking 1 to the right if you hack this camera here. This makes outside almost completely safe camera-wise. Now, as for checking the poison in this closet, all you're going to do is open this door and walk straight in. Just crouch and commit to it. Nobody will see you, no cameras will see you. If there's a guard down the hallway, there's a chance he might see you, so play your cards carefully on that one. Once we're inside, we check for the poison. If it's not there, we can move on. I usually take this route to get back over to the upstairs side. And I check this bathroom over here. This is the 3rd spot for the poison. The poison can only be located in the bathrooms, by the way. There's only 4 set spawns for it, so this is why we're checking in this order. If the poison's not there, We know where it's at. It's in the upstairs bathroom, the only one left. If the poison is there, great, you've got the poison. Alright, we're almost completely done downstairs. We'll just have one little bit left and that's it. Now on to step 3. You're going to head upstairs and grab the poison and the key card if you don't have either of them already. If the poison wasn't downstairs at all, it's going to be in this bathroom here in the middle upstairs. Again, if the red QR was not downstairs, it's going to be upstairs in this spot right here. While we're in the area, I like to hit the Wi-Fi scan. Sometimes I can hit a circle on the way over to the red keycard door. Once we find an opening, we're going to go over to the QR door, scan it, and grab the red keycard out of a filing cabinet. Now, you may think, oh, I should probably be standing in circles right now. Wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. We want to get the door open to the eye scan as fast as possible. This triggers the whiskey delivery. Make your way to the keycard door over here. We'll call this the main office. All you need to do is scan in and press the red button. You can leave the office after that. You don't need to spot the door or anything like that. This moves us on to step 4. We're going to stand in circles. I know this is everyone's favorite objective. Just be careful not to be spotted by guards and don't stand in the one that's over by the roommates. It's too much work to get over there, it's not worth it. Try to stick to the already established paths in this video. They are the easiest and most consistent paths I could find. Your goal right now is to clear as many circles as you possibly can while waiting for the whiskey delivery. Once the whiskey is delivered, you want to poison and ring the bell as fast as you can. You can walk this route right over to the bar, poison the whiskey and hit the bell, then walk right back. You don't need to do anything else besides stand in circles and wait for Mr. Puke to walk over to the bathroom. Try to finish standing in all the circles if you can before he's done puking, that way you can go check the numbers and save a little bit of time. Most runs I don't stand in the circles fast enough, but that's okay, I'll show you what I do. Alright, moving on to step 5. We're going to hack this camera and this camera here. And then I want you to be very careful. This is where motion sensors will come in handy, so you probably want to motion sense the upstairs area right here. You have to time this part pretty well and make sure there's no guards, considering there can be about 3 or 4 at any given time around this area. You also want to make sure the lead guard isn't in the panic room office. Now that you've opened it up, he can walk in there. So once we're sure that there's no guards about to see us, we're going to go grab Mr. Puke, run him upstairs, and take an immediate right over to the office. We're going to scan his eye and then move him into the vault right here in this spot. Make sure you tie him up. I've definitely forgotten that. Now, if you looked at the keypad earlier in the other room, you can check and see which code matches with the keypad and just walk over there and do it. However, since I don't always stand in the circles fast enough, I just type on my keyboard and write down all the numbers. If you're on console, please break out your stone tablet and or write on your cave walls all 4 codes. This way you can just refer back to your notes on the cave wall. Unga bunga. Now the rest of the heist is pretty straightforward. Sneak over to the vault, input the code, open the safe, make your way back over to the computer, watch out for the lead guard, and process the SSD. There is one thing I'd like to call attention to though. Be careful at Schrodinger's door. We call this Schrodinger's door because the lead guard is both behind it and not behind it at the same time. If you decide to go up and open that door, he will be there and ruin your run. If you decide not to open the door, you will be late to dinner and your mom will be very unhappy with you. Choose wisely. After you process the SSD, simply walk out the front door, throw some knives to distract the guards, and that's it. You did it. You did touch this guy, probably without killing anyone in about 12 minutes. Good job. I'm proud of you. So, just for a little recap, when we start the heist, freak it, we ball all the way to this spot here. We check for some information. If the lead guard is there, we've got time to check a few things. If the lead guard is not there, we need to rush to his QR right now. Search the 4 spots for the poison and the 2 spots for the red keycard. Enable the circles while searching if it's convenient, and hit the button in the office with the red keycard as fast as you can. Stand in circles while you're waiting to poison the guy, then poison the guy. Safely transport into the eye scanner by hacking the 2 upstairs cameras and avoiding guards. Get the codes, and input the code. Decrypt the SSD, and walk out like you own the place. Then you go home to a nice, warm bed where there are no women, because you are a Payday 3 player. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see me do this one live, there you go. I have a Twitch channel that I stream on many times a week. Go watch. If you like content like this, please let me know more. I love routing heists. I had a lot of fun, and Touch the Sky is probably my favorite one now. I'm honestly working on a 99 boxes route right now, so if you guys would like to see that, please leave a like and comment. You guys giving me feedback helps me decide what videos I want to make, so keep the feedback coming. Anyway, I'm gonna go play more Touch This Guy, my favorite heist. Wow! Touching this guy is my favorite thing to do.